Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I am here to show you how to do probably the best wood run that you can do over on the new map, Crystal Isles. It's an old trick that a lot of people use on other maps, but you have to find the swamp zone, and then you kind of got to build yourself a specialized boat and get yourself a therizino. Now, therizino, a lot of people don't use them for wood runs because they don't realize how powerful they are. They get way better resources. However, the negative side of them is they don't carry wood at reduced weight, so a lot of people find that weight kind of holds them back. So how do you do it? Now, basically all you're going to need is you're either going to need a raft or you're going to need access to a motorboat. But if you're not a high enough level for a motorboat, raft works just fine. You're going to go ahead and place down well, first off, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the sail because I just don't like the sail. You're going to go ahead and place down there's a bunch of different combinations, and you can do it however you want. You can do this with just two, where you kind of just make this guy like this, and it doesn't need to look pretty or anything like that. You just need to make it so you have access to having a ramp down the front side of it. Now, I usually do ramps 3 down, but you don't have to. It's up to you. 2 will work just fine. And then you can, if you want to, go ahead and put down a couple more just as extra stuff, but you don't have to. You can also, just so you can see it next door on this one, you can place 3 down. The best way to do that is to kind of like center this guy right here and then plop down some foundations like this, and then you can even have a larger area on the front of your boat. Now some of you are like, what are you even doing, Teach? If you've never used this method before, basically what you do is it's best with 2 people. I'll show you a video of me doing it with someone later on in this video, but all you're going to do is you're going to position the therizino right here on the front of your boat. Now when you are driving this boat in the swamp zone, fortunately enough, you can drive up to trees just like you see right here, and they're in the water. These are like the mangrove swamps or whatever you want to call them, and it's pretty easy to get access to a lot of them. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to drive through this swamp on your therizino, and you are going to literally run into trees. Now if you're doing this solo, the therizino will literally gather for you up until he is half encumbered, and then you have to do it on your own. So you can kind of see what I'm doing here. He'll gather literally everything. It just takes him some time to recognize that I want him to hit the tree. Now he will gather quite a bit, and then if you're doing the solo, again, the therizino's not that bad at actually gathering on its own, and I'll show you what I mean in a second here. Come on, gather, bud. There we go. So just from hitting 5 trees, I'm solo doing this. You can see Mr. Therizino will continue to, this is on 1 times by the way, he'll continue to smack away wood until he gets halfway encumbered. Now if you are doing the solo, just smack down a box right here and put the wood in there when he gets encumbered, and you're good to go. Now let's say you're not solo and you have someone riding it, you can just like cruise through this forest, and because all these things are in the water, rafts do not have the ability to be encumbered. They can have as much weight as you want on them. There isn't like a weight limit, which is pretty amazing. So you can kind of just cruise through this thing and just get a ton of wood. Now, there we go. Solo, it can be easy as long as your therizino has some decent weight and melee on it. He'll gather quite a bit of wood for you pretty quickly. And you just continue to, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt solo, but when you have 2 people, it's much easier. You can just have one guy swing away. I'll show you a video of that here once I kind of finish describing this. Now, there are 2 ways to end this run. One, you want to end near your base, so you can kind of use an Argentavis or something that carries it reduced, even like a beaver being carried by an Argentavis, because they'll carry that wood at reduced weight, because wood is going to weigh a ton. You'll be able to come out of this swamp with a ton and ton and ton of wood. Now, just so you can see where I started this, 47.2, 55.4, and you can just get a crazy amount of wood. Now, with this, we're going to go ahead and show you. Come on, swing away, buddy. There we go. You can come back, and this is something that a lot of people use on pretty much every server, and this is pretty much when all the large tribes go on wood runs. They come back with, I don't know, hundreds of thousands on official, and on like non-official settings, you can come back with millions of wood if you just spend like an hour or 2 doing this. Because there is no weight limit, you just continue to transfer the wood to the boxes and stuff like that. It's pretty friggin' nice. So you just got to be careful with how you do it and find the swamp zones. This is my favorite zone. It's the safest because a lot of people don't go here because the trees are a little bit larger and it can be harder to drive through this zone. But a lot of people you know, we'll end up taking advantage of this. So I'll go ahead and show you a clip of me doing this with another person to show you how nice it can be. But you can see right now, even doing this for like 10-20 seconds, it's not 10-20 seconds, for like 5 minutes. I've already got 3,000 wood solo, so that's pretty crazy. It's easy, and if you were to do solo runs, and these are official settings, this is not something that's boosted. This is what my therizino is getting on official rates. That's pretty nice, obviously. You just got to be careful when you drive. So if you're solo, this is amazing to get wood for you. Now, obviously, I've gone the wrong way, so I'll have to end up kind of maneuvering my way back out of this. But it's easy to do with a raft. You just got to turn around and do that. So that's a good way to do it. Now, if you're looking to get out, if you have tech grams, this is what all the people with tech grams do. They'll just plop down one of these bad boys. They'll take the therizino. Obviously, I don't have anything on me. They'll kind of look at its inventory, and then they'll toss everything on the ground like that. And then with a whip, you just go over, pick all this stuff. Obviously, you'll be encumbered, and then transfer out. And then once you're transferring out, after like before you spawn into the next map, just log out of the game, and it'll hold your character in a download stasis. And then you just download yourself back into your bed. It's amazing. It's the easiest thing you can possibly do. And or, you know, if you're on another server, just pull the stuff to the other server. So anyways, this is the best way to do a wood run over on Crystal Isles. I'll show you a video right now, and with 2 people, and hopefully this helps. All right, Teach, see you soon.